We've had a couple who joined our church last year. And you may have been wondering, hey, who are these people? He's a tall guy. And you probably says, oh, you know, who's this guy? And what does he do? Maybe you've asked those questions. Or maybe you thought, oh yeah, the tall guy that's married to the supermodel. Yeah, that's who they are. That's it. Well, today we're going to find out a little bit more about them and a little bit more about what she does and a little bit more about what he does. And I actually have a little something to kind of let you know what he does. So if we can turn down the lights and we'll look at the screens, we'll find a little bit about what he does. Do we have any sound? A little more sound.
This morning I woke up in a fortress with distortion. I'm at war with my emotions. I'm coming home now. I'm coming home. Right where I belong now. Right where I belong.
How many of us are there?
All right, turn the lights back up. Now, all the kids here, I want you to go to school on Monday and say, I've got the coolest pastor in Southern California because he showed Spider-Man in church. Kevin is an animator, and he was one of the animators that worked on the Into the Spider-Verse. Raise your hand if you saw it. Raise your hand if you've seen it. I see hands, I see hands. Did you enjoy it? Yes. Well, we're going to talk a little more about him and his wife, Irina. I'm going to ask them to come on and join me on stage here. Yes, give him a hand, give him a hand. You can sit here, Irina. So I was so excited when they said yes. I asked them at the last minute. But many of you, or if you're followers of anime, and if you're followers of the Oscars, you'll know that if we put it on the screen, he actually won an Oscar for the work on Spider-Man. And we were on the couch, and when we heard that they won, Yvonne is on the couch screaming. She's like, "Kevin won!" And I said, "Well, we've got to talk to them since we're so close from the Oscars." But let's just start with, where are you guys from? Are you from California? And how did you all meet?
So I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee. So I grew up there.
Okay.
Irina was born in former Soviet Union, Russia.
Wow.
It's now Uzbekistan. And she moved here with her family when she was 4.
When she was 4.
And she grew up in...
Oh, I grew up in Washington State.
Okay, in Washington State. Now, how did you meet? Because I heard the story, and I just thought it was just darling. And maybe you can share a few bits about how you guys met.
Well, we met online, but the interesting thing about it is that I had just got back from India. I was working in India for a few months, and so I was out of the country for a while. When I got back and signed onto my computer, I'm not automatically logged in. So the website has your settings to local, Los Angeles, and of course she was in Washington.
Okay.
So the picture that popped up was not local. It wasn't on my account.
Okay.
But I just thought she was so beautiful.
It sounds like it was meant.
I had to write her anyways.
Yes. So now let me talk to you folk here. All my single people. They met online. However God can get you a mate, they met online. A lot of people think, oh, I don't want to get online. They're just losers online. Look at these guys. And you've been married how long?
It'll be 8 years and by March 27.
8 years. Let's applaud 8 years. In an age where people don't make it to a year and a half. 8 years is a blessing from God, and every year after that, you must cherish it. Now you told me that you guys start talking online, but where did the little animation that you made for her come into play?
So everyone always asks how you met or how you guys met. So I made the little animation for our wedding, so we could play it at the wedding, and everyone could kind of see like a little cartoon version of how we met.
How we met. Now, you guys have been at Culver City, let's say, almost a year.
Yeah, we were in Singapore last year. We got back in January last year, and we didn't have a car for about three or 4 months. And when we got the car, that's when we started coming.
We started coming to church. Now, what made you say, this is the church I want to be at? Now, don't say because it was closest to where you live. But really, I mean, I know convenience is great, but there's a little more. There's a little something that says, you know what, we can come here. Because, to be honest, there's a church down the road. There's a couple of Adventist churches in the area. I don't know if you had a chance to visit them. But what made you say, you know what, I think we'd like to come back to Culver City?
Well, everything does start with convenience. So that's, just like when you meet a girl, it starts with attraction.
Yes.
But there's got to be more there to it.
Yeah.
So when you start coming and you meet the people and get to know the heart of the church, that's what you make your decision on.
That's when you make your decision, yes. Now, Irina's not a supermodel, but what do you do? Can you please let us know?
I just work at the front desk at a gym.
Okay, at a gym.
That's what I do.
No, do you do training as well, or have you done training as well?
I don't train anyone, no.
No.
I work out with my friends.
You
but
work
I
out with
don't.
your friends?
They've approached me to do it, but
Okay.
it's not something I want
It's
to
not something
pursue
you
right
want to
now.
pursue.
So yeah.
What?
Ask her a little bit about what her career past.
Your career
everything she's
path. So that's where the supermodel stuff comes in. All right. Your career path, what did you used to do?
I've done a little bit of everything, but I've been a firefighter, and then I was a dental assistant for
Wait a
about
minute.
7
Did
years.
you guys hear that? She was a firefighter and
A dental assistant.
dental assistant? Tell us about the firefighter part. What did you like about that?
Everything.
Everything?
It was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed it. It was hard.
Okay.
But I like that about it.
So like literally running into the burning houses? You've done that?
And then I did 2 summers with the Forest Service, so we would do like the wildland fires that you
Wow.
see raging across California. And,
Wow.
yeah.
You're a brave lady.
Yeah.
She's too modest, but she would drive the fire trucks, drive the ambulances.
Wow.
The forest firefighting.
Keep the mic. Keep talking.
She would actually go out. They'd stay out there for what, months? Weeks. I mean, you just spend a lot of time out there fighting those fires. It's pretty intense.
Any desire to go back into it? Because we're burning all the time down here in Southern California.
Oh, I always do.
You
Every
do?
time there's a big one going on, I'm like, oh,
I want to help.
out there.
I want to help. Maybe you can advise us, because the last major fire, David and I were talking of how can the church help even if it's coming to bring breakfast to the firemen. I mean, how would we do as a church, because another major fire is bound to happen. What can we do to help?
Not so.
We got to hear you.
Yeah, I think like snacks and lunches and breakfasts and things like that.
Yes,
We always
those
enjoy
things.
getting that.
Getting those things.
Like people put up signs and things like that. Like that always was.
Yeah.
Sometimes if we had time, we'd run to a coffee shop that was close by.
Yeah.
Somebody would buy our coffee.
Yeah.
Or just little things like that. Did
Little
make a
things like
difference.
that. Yeah, we want to help. We want to branch off in every kind of way that we can. Let me just tell you what I loved about you guys when you came. I believe it was maybe your second Sabbath visiting, and you came to me and you said, maybe it was your third. You said, how can I help by bringing stuff for a fellowship dinner? You know, it was like, hey, I want to help out, you know, and that's what we love about when people join and just don't want to sit, but they want to get involved. We are a family. And I love that spirit when you came in, Irina, was like, hey, how can we help? And I appreciate both of you all. I appreciate you guys for doing this. And I know you're a little shy, but thank you again for sharing your story. And we hope that as a family we'll have a lot more stories together. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Give them a
Thank you
hand.
so
Give
much.
them a hand.